Welcome to Treadmill Review Guru. I'm Kaylee, an exercise physiologist, running coach, and personal trainer. Today we're going to get into how long you need to walk to lose weight, along with other tips and tricks you can use to make the most of your time. Walking is an excellent part of a weight loss routine, but the first thing you need to know is how important diet is. Even if you walk for 8 hours per day, it's possible not to lose a pound if your diet doesn't support you. To lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit, which means that you're burning more calories than you consume. This video does not cover diet advice, and I recommend consulting with a registered dietitian if you need help with meal planning. Walking can contribute to a caloric deficit, as every minute of exercise burns more calories than you would if you were sedentary. Being sedentary is time that you spend awake but sitting or lying down. Adding walking into your routine not only burns more calories but reduces the amount of time you spend sedentary. Walking for 30 minutes burns between 100 and 200 calories. The exact number depends on factors such as your walking speed, incline grade, and metabolic rate. Your metabolic rate is the rate at which you burn calories. It is affected by a variety of factors such as your age, weight, and body composition. For example, the more you weigh, the more calories you'll burn per minute. If you walk for 30 minutes per day and burn approximately 150 calories, you could burn 1,050 calories per week. If you keep that up for a whole year, you would burn 15.6 pounds from walking alone. That's 54,600 calories burned. Walking for 1 hour and you could burn 300 calories per day and over 100,000 calories in a single year. That's 30 pounds of weight loss from walking alone. Remember that the less you weigh, the fewer calories you burn. That means to keep burning the same amount of calories throughout the year, you will need to progress your workouts to keep burning calories. If your walk started at 3 miles per hour with a 5% grade, you'll need to increase your incline or speed to maintain the same calorie burn. You can also increase the amount of time you spend walking to burn more calories. I recommend a starting goal of 30 minutes for walking, but that doesn't mean your first few weeks of walking have to include 30-minute walking sessions. If your routine currently includes no walking, begin with shorter bouts of walking. 5 to 10 minutes once or twice per day can be a good start if you've been sedentary so far. Add 1 to 5 minutes to your walking sessions as you become more comfortable with the amount of walking you can do. Your walking sessions should challenge you. If you can complete your walking sessions without much difficulty, that's a sign it's time to increase the time of your walk. When you first start walking, you may only be able to do 1 or 2 sessions per week. To increase the amount of time you're walking per week, add in additional sessions as you can tolerate them. It's okay to feel sore or tired. Try to take no more than 2 days rest in a row to keep yourself motivated and consistent with your walking routine. As your fitness improves, you'll be able to add more walking sessions. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends that adults accumulate at least 150 minutes per week of moderate cardiovascular exercise. Let's break down what that means. 150 minutes per week can be broken into 6 25-minute sessions, 5 30-minute sessions, or 3 50-minute sessions. That leaves you at least 1 day of rest or more. The ACSM prescribes a moderate intensity. This means walking at a harder intensity than you would naturally walk when just moving around your house, the office, or a store. Ideally, your heart rate should be between 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. You can calculate your maximum heart rate by subtracting your age from 220. That is a rough estimate of what your maximum heart rate should be. Then multiply your maximum heart rate by 0.6 and 0.7 to get the range you want to target for your walking sessions. Walking is a great choice of cardiovascular exercise. It improves your heart and lung health. By walking regularly, your cardiovascular system will become more efficient at using and transporting oxygen, which is necessary for exercise. You'll receive more benefits from your regular walking routine than just weight loss. However, as your general fitness improves, this will allow you to spend more time exercising. 150 minutes is just the baseline for success. To see more weight loss benefits, I recommend walking for 200 minutes or more per week. It's okay if that's too much to manage when you first start out, but it's a great goal to work towards over a few weeks or months. If you would like to walk for an hour per day, you don't have to do it all at once. You can spread your total walking time across multiple sessions. Try 1 session in the morning and 1 session in the evening. Each session should be 30 minutes long for a total of 1 hour. You could also walk for longer in one session than the other if that's more compatible with your schedule. Breaking your total walking time into even smaller walking sessions is another strategy. If you don't have the time for a long session, try walking snacks. These are walking sessions that you take throughout the day to break up the time you spend sedentary. 6 10-minute walking sessions spread throughout the day can help you hit your 1 hour daily goal. I recommend taking a walk break after each meal to aid digestion. These post-meal walks can also stabilize your blood sugar, reducing spikes. Regular walks spread out through the day can help you feel more energized and reduce the negative effects of sitting for a long period of time. These benefits to your overall health will aid weight loss by helping you feel more prepared for your next walk. It's not always possible to leave your desk to go for a walk though. Instead, you can try an under-desk treadmill that allows you to increase your walking time while you're on the clock. Combine an under-desk treadmill with an adjustable height or standing desk to walk whenever you would like. While it's difficult to walk at the prescribed heart rate zone while working, an under-desk treadmill may allow you to increase your walking time. Many under-desk treadmill users walk for multiple hours per day at a slow pace. Research has shown that walking at 1 mile per hour for 8 hours was better than sitting, taking standing breaks, and standing all day. Walking for 8 hours is not appropriate for beginners. I recommend starting with smaller walking breaks and slowly building up the amount of time you spend walking. With effort and consistency, you can walk all day if you would like. When adding up your walking time, it's important to consider the amount of time you spend walking at a leisurely pace versus in zone 2 or higher for your heart rate. If you do not have a heart rate monitor, you can also evaluate your walking sessions with RPE. That's rate of perceived exertion. RPE is measured on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the easiest effort and 10 being the hardest effort. A zone 2 workout should be between a 3 and 4 on the RPE scale. Aim for 150 minutes per week in this zone. What about faster walks or steeper inclines? Spending time walking at a higher heart rate zone or RPE can further benefit your weight loss goals. If you don't have the time to walk for 30 minutes to an hour, you can try HIIT workouts. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. To do a HIIT workout, add 10 to 30 second intervals at a high intensity. You can also try longer intervals of 1 to 3 minutes, depending on your goals and the amount of time that you have. A good strategy is to do interval workouts with different interval lengths throughout the week. If you're walking for an hour per day in zone 2 or at an RPE of 3 to 4, you can also benefit from adding intervals into your training. This is a great way to progress your fitness without having to increase the time you spend training. Add high intensity intervals to 1 to 3 of your walking sessions per week. High intensity intervals are a great way to increase your caloric burn when walking. If you don't have the time for 150 minutes of moderate intensity walking, you can also aim for 75 minutes of vigorous activity. This means walking at a heart rate between 70 to 85% of your maximum or an RPE of 5 to 8, maybe 9 occasionally if you're more experienced. Ideally, you want to combine both moderate and vigorous walking into the same routine, meaning you should do some of both each week. When you're first starting out, you can do more walks at a vigorous pace. This is necessary because walking may be too challenging to sustain at a lower heart rate or RPE. As you progress, your vigorous walks should be about 1/4 to 1/3 of your overall walking time. This does not count the time you spend walking at an effort below zone 2. Walking done below zone 2 is still beneficial for weight loss and decreasing your time spent sedentary. It can decrease your risk of cardiovascular disease and diabetes. How do you know if you're walking too much? There are many signs of overtraining that you should look out for. If you've stopped making progress in your weight loss or fitness despite increasing the intensity of your routine, it may be time to rest. Getting sick more often or becoming injured are also signs that you should decrease your training. If you've been walking regularly for weeks with success and suddenly feel overly tired or hesitant to do your daily walks, take a rest day. Other signs that you're overdoing it include low heart rate variability as measured by your fitness tracker and poor sleep. To avoid falling out of a daily walking habit, plan your rest days out so you know when to restart your program. A walking routine can be as simple as 3 10-minute sessions per day, or it can include walks that last up to an hour or more while you work at your desk. If you have less time to dedicate to walking, make your walking sessions more intense to boost your calorie burn and reap the most health benefits. If you have a lot of time to walk, you can spend a lot of that time walking at an easy pace. Use increased speed and incline on the treadmill to add intensity to a few of your walks per week to prevent your routine from growing stagnant. Increasing the intensity of your walks over time will help you keep up with your weight loss goals as you become a more efficient walker. For more advice on walking, subscribe to our channel. We review fitness equipment and share exercise tips. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. How long do your walking sessions last? We would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.